I know. It's been that long, Laker fans. Sometimes you just even have to get up because it's been that long. Lake Show with a W. Lakers. Laker fans. It's been a while. It's been a while. Let's stop BSing each other here. It's been a while. Sometimes you just got to walk around the studio and just pretend like you just won a championship. You know how in baseball where every round they win in the playoffs, they do champagne? I still don't understand why they do it every round. I almost feel like we should just do some champagne. Laker fans, appreciate you guys being a part of the show. I almost walked out of the studio. I almost just kind of kept walking and just kept going. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Thanks for being a part of the show. It's been a while, Laker fans. We haven't had W in a long time. Let's let everybody just kind of get into the channel. Post-game show after the post-game show. Just finished on 710 ESPN, post-game show number 1, and then we come here. Where else would it be? It's YouTube. We do our show on YouTube here. Can I get this camera the right way? All right, the camera's the right way. Okay, 121 to 110, the final score, Laker fans. Got a couple things that I want to hit on. I'll hit on the W, how they got the win. Russ coming off the bench. Some cool stuff Darvin Ham, I thought, said post-game. That man, tell you what, every single day that I listen to him, it is easier and easier to become a bigger fan of Darvin Ham. That dude is, he's the real deal. I'm going to read off as many comments as I can for Laker fans, and we'll continue to, obviously, to react to all this and see if the Lakers can add some other W's here. Okay, so let's do this first. Love Ham's post-game speech. By the way, a lot of people are saying it. I want to see if I could actually find it and play some of it for you guys because it was actually really good, especially when he's talking about Russ specifically. So let me see. I got something here. Let's take a listen to this one here. That's the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Okay, so it's not ironic how the Lakers got their first W of the season. Okay, there's a few things that come into play to get your first W during the season. How many turnovers did you have? How did you shoot from the field? Are you playing defense? Do you have a number of guys that contribute where you're not just depending on one or two guys? There's a lot that goes into play, but it's not a coincidence that the Lakers' first win of the season comes when they have just 9 turnovers. Remember, they had 22 in the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday night when we were doing that game. They had 22 when we were here talking about it. They had 9 tonight, so they were under. They had single-digit turnovers. So that in itself, you got a great chance to win a game if you have 9 turnovers. Now, Denver only had 9 turnovers too, so it wasn't a sloppy game. They shot 48% from the field. 48% from the field is a fantastic percentage. They shot 43% from 3, and Laker fans, let me go a little bit further on this. They only took 33s. You know, one of the problems I've been having so far this season for the Lakers is, I got you guys, a couple people want a couple fist pumps here. I got you guys. One of the things I've had issues with, it's not just how poorly the Lakers have been shooting from 3, but it's how many threes that they're taking. If you're not a three-point shooting team, tell me who the sniper is on the Lakers. They don't have one. There is not one guy that you can sit back and say, yes, that's the dude. Let him take threes. There's 3-4 of those guys. There's 2-3 of those guys. That's not the case for the Lakers. They don't really have players that you can look at that are getting substantial minutes. I got somebody saying Matt Ryan. You could say Matt Ryan, but Matt Ryan was not thought of as this is a guy that's going to get 25, 30 minutes a game. So you're not wrong on that. Matt Ryan can shoot the ball. You're right. But again, that's not a dude that you're saying to yourself, the team collectively is not a team that you say that's a three-point shooting team. So with that in mind, they're taking 45 threes in one game. They're taking 40 threes in another game. They're taking a lot of threes. It's like the shot's not falling. I've started to see those numbers come down. They had a game where I want to say they had 33 three-point attempts, 28 three-point attempts, and then tonight 30 three-point attempts. So I think that's a good number for them to be at. And then the hope is obviously they start hitting some of these threes. And tonight they did that. 13 of 30, 43% from the three-point line. So how do you win a game in the NBA? Low turnovers, Lakers had 9. A good shooting percentage, the Lakers shot 48% from the field. They shot 43% from the three-point line. By the way, 80% from the free throw line as well, so they were hitting that. And then you got multiple guys that are contributing. So they had 5 guys in double figures. You know, that's great. 2, 3, 5 guys. And then Troy Brown Jr. had 8, so he was 2 points away from making it 6 guys. So I think collectively, you add all that together, you're probably going to come out with a W. Lakers end up winning the game. So a nice win for the Lakers. I want to try to find a piece here of Darvin Ham.
That's always great because, we got to taste the fruits of our labor tonight. And it was disappointing some of our losses because we hadn't been ran off the death. We couldn't be as organized as we are without, I'm the face, I'm the leader, but we have a phenomenal staff. Our front office staff, Rob and Jeannie, have been awesome.
So this one doesn't specifically hit his quotes about Russell Westbrook, and I wanted to get those, but I'll just have to, wait and see if we can get them later. By the way, that was Spectrum Sportsnet. So Russ came off the bench tonight. That's the second game in a row that Russell Westbrook has come off the bench for the Lakers. I will say this, Laker fans, being at the game, maybe some of you guys were there, you're watching it on TV, however you guys are consuming the game. However you guys are consuming the game, there was kind of a, I don't know how to explain it. With Russ, it's always interesting at Crypto. There's a lot of Laker fans that are they're upset at Russ. They think everything is his fault, which is not the case. Russ hasn't helped himself. He hasn't played well. Didn't play well last year. Has never really found his role on the team. And a couple games ago, the Lakers decided that they were going to bring Russ off the bench. And they went through with it. And even though AD didn't play, they said, no, we're going to still bring Russ off the bench. Pre-game show, I listened to Darvin Ham, and he was saying that most likely that's how they're going to do this now. They're going to bring Russ off the bench and take their chances from there. I don't know about you guys, but that's 2 games in a row that I feel like Russ has looked comfortable. Russ actually looked like he has a role. Russ actually felt like, okay, hey, I know what I need to do when I come in, and it's not going to be just completely predicated on LeBron and Anthony Davis. He could kind of be a little bit more of himself. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists tonight. I thought his stat line actually against Minnesota was a little misleading. I know he didn't shoot that great, and he had 5 turnovers, so I don't want to justify the 5 turnovers. But I thought Russ looked like he had a role coming off the bench in that one as well. And I'm talking about the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that's 2 games in a row that I feel like Russ, hey, maybe you coming off the bench, which I'm not the only one. I think a lot of people have been saying this. Russ, come off the bench. It's better for the team. I think that means something, and maybe the Lakers are on to something for now. Now, all of it means nothing if you're stacking up L's and you're not getting, W's. But at least for the last couple of nights, it felt like maybe there might be something here with Russ coming off the bench. So I thought he was good tonight. He was a plus 18 in the plus minus. Highest plus minus of any player on the team. AD was a plus 15, and Austin Reeves was a plus 15. So he was definitely doing a good job from that department. So I'm going to give the guy a lot of credit. I thought he was really nice off the bench. And like I mentioned, he had a lot of guys that contributed tonight. All right, let's see. It doesn't matter if the Nuggets were off their game. I tell you this, and I think that's Tina Guzman. The Lakers have been off their game too. They can't hit any threes. They've had high turnovers, so it happens to every team. Every team is not going to play perfect every single night, and it's really tough to beat teams. Lakers just played the Denver Nuggets on Wednesday. By the way, Michael Porter wasn't in that one. He was in this one, so they had a little bit more backing in this game, and the Lakers still found a way to get that W. Okay, let's do a couple things here. First off, let's do this because it's been a long damn time since we've done it. Laker fans, where are you tuning in from? Let's do a little roll call. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'll throw out some shout-outs to anybody who's, obviously wherever you're tuning in from, I'm going to give some shout-outs to, but it feels good to do some roll call. I don't know what happened. There was a time when you were doing roll call, and then Lakers started losing. We're like, no, we don't want to do roll call anymore because they were losing. So when they get a freaking W, let's do some damn roll call. Temple City in the house. Thank you for tuning in. Washington State, Rochester, New York, Atlanta, Hawaii, Upland, Santa Clarita in the house, Lawndale in the house. You know what I love about this? I love that people are from everywhere. New York, Pasadena in the house, Auburn, New York, Sunnyvale, Boyle Heights, Boulder, Colorado, Washington, D.C., Vegas, Australia, Athens, Greece, Costa Rica, San Antonio. Someone's at In-N-Out Burger. Go enjoy your burger. Third and Fairfax. San Diego in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. South Korea in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. You know what I love about this channel, and this is a YouTube thing, definitely specific, a YouTube thing. I love that people are from everywhere. Portland, Maine, Chatworth, California. Thank you for tuning in. Davio, I think, Pasadena. Just stop by the house. I'm in Pasadena. We'll hang out. Pomona in the house. Inglewood, Portugal. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Anaheim, thank you for being a part of the show. Portugal in the house. Look at that. St. Louis in the house. Thank you all. If I miss you, just keep putting it on there, and I'll make sure to give you a shout-out. If I already got you, stop typing in, all right? Nebraska, Pomona, Hawaii, all of you. Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Okay. So this is what I want to get into, kind of Ensenada in the house. Chatsworth, Uganda in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. So let me just say this, because I think for the Lakers, getting a win has to be a little bit of, okay, let's take a deep breath here for a quick second. Don't get me wrong, Laker fans. Lakers were the last team to get a win in the NBA. Going into Friday, there was 3 winless teams: Orlando, Sacramento, and the Lakers. Friday night, Orlando got a win. Saturday night, Sacramento got a win. So the only team left was the Lakers. So I'm not trying to underplay. Echo Park, appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Sylmar, California, thank you for being a part of the show. Austin, Texas, Gardena in the house, thank you all for being a part of the show. So I'm not trying to say, you know, I don't want to, I don't know if celebrate is the right way to put it, but the Lakers are 1-5. So that's the reality of the situation. Lakers are 1-5. However, I do think that there's so much attention to the Lakers that Lakers being 1-5 is a lot louder than other teams. But the reality is, I think for the Lakers moving forward, can you build off of this? Because it really, truly, truly means nothing if you come back out on Wednesday against the Pelicans and you lose by 10 or 12 points in front of your home crowd. What does it mean? It doesn't really mean that much. Or if, you know, you lost to the Utah Jazz or the Cleveland Cavaliers. And listen, two of those 3 teams that I just mentioned will be in the playoffs and are pretty decent teams. Both teams, the Cavs and the Pelicans, are on the rise in the NBA, no question about it. And Utah, out of nowhere, is sitting at 5-2. 5-2, by the way. So, I mean, just that's so random that the Utah Jazz are 5-2. That's who the Lakers play on Friday. But you got to build off of this. You really do. You have a fan base that's so thirsty for any freaking success. You got everybody that reacts to the Lakers no matter what happens. No matter what happens, everybody reacts to the Lakers. So they definitely got some work to do, and you really want to see the Lakers kind of put themselves in a position here where they can build off of just one victory, and, you know, see if they could obviously do something that grows from there. Okay. You guys got some questions or some comments, start putting them in right now. I'm going to start reading off some questions and comments that you guys have. So if you got some thoughts on the game tonight, let me know. Yeah, I mean, listen, the big news tonight, I really do believe this. Highland Park, thank you for tuning in. It's going to continue to be about Russ kind of fitting into a role. Did they potentially find something? And is it, you know, Darvin Ham, some of his comments about Russ in the postgame show I thought were great. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. We just have to play good basketball and get a few wins. You're not wrong there. And I know that's simplistic, but it's the truth. Get some W's. Kind of get that taste out of your mouth. Then you could start just paying more attention to the big picture. And I'm not here to jump ahead, because I'm not. I'm telling you, I got to see Lakers win 3-4 games in a row to where we could start feeling like, okay, hey, you know what? They're playing good basketball. They're buying into Darvin Ham. They're actually getting some results. I think we all need to see that. All right, let's see what else. Does the Lakers have a guaranteed win over any team in the league? No, not right now. They don't. They definitely don't. Well, it's Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for being a part of the show. There's anybody who says, go look at the schedule, the Lakers are guaranteed to win that game. It's not true. I just watched yesterday, Oklahoma City Thunder closed out a game against the Dallas Mavericks on the road on an 18-2 run and then won in overtime. The Clippers have lost 4 games in a row, and I think a couple of those games are to OKC. They lost the Pelicans recently. I saw Utah beat the Memphis Grizzlies yesterday. Golden State has lost to the Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets in back-to-back nights. So there is no game that you could put on the schedule. And some of these are good teams, and the Lakers are 1-5. So I definitely don't think there's any schedule on there, any game out there that the Lakers have, and you're like, that's a guaranteed win for Lakers. Lakers don't deserve that. They don't deserve that benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's read off some more of these here. Matt Ryan needs minutes. So it's funny, when I said the Lakers don't have a sharpshooter, 39 messages were, what about Matt Ryan? Let me see how many minutes actually he played tonight. I'm curious to see. I didn't see his exact total. 12 minutes. 12 minutes, 6 points. You hit threes, you're going to get minutes. He'll get more minutes. I think the Lakers are definitely still trying to figure out stuff with rotations, and there is nobody demanding 30 minutes for the Lakers other than LeBron and Anthony Davis, and even Russ tonight. If Russ has a bad game, I don't think he should get 30 minutes. I think it all should be based on performance. But Matt Ryan is a good example. He gets a couple to go, and he's feeling good out there. Let him stay out there and see what he could do. He had 2 threes, shot 2 or 3 from the three-point line. So let's see if he gets some more minutes. More of these comments. Are you still pulling the trigger on a Russ trade if he's playing well off the bench? So let me tell you, let me simplify this as far as a Laker trade goes. If there's a trade out there that you feel like is in the best interest of the Lakers and puts them in position to hang with the other elite teams in the Western Conference, then you do it, period. I don't think the Lakers have felt that there is a trade out there that would put them in the conversation with some of the elite teams in the Western Conference, which is why they've pumped the brakes on trading that 2027 pick and that 2029 pick, because this is basically their last chance. You don't have any more assets after this. So if you get this next one wrong, you're talking about a Lakers team not being competitive for a long time, Laker fans. And, I know we like to say, oh, forget rebuilding. Lakers don't rebuild. You still got to have assets. I mean, how'd the Lakers get Anthony Davis? They had assets. They had guys that they were developing, and then they were, obviously out there trading picks. So you still got to have assets. So to answer your question, yes, I still think if there's a move out there for the Lakers to make, go make it. But they can't be wrong on it. The front office can't be wrong on it. And if it's not a move that puts you in competition with the other teams in the West, you might be better off just waiting, playing out this year. Take your cap space, take your picks, take a chance this summer to try to figure it out again. Lonnie Walker and Reeves collaborated really well tonight. First time we saw the joy of the game in them. It's funny. Lakers got some players that they play hard. Wendy Gabriel plays hard. Austin Reeves plays hard. Lonnie Walker plays hard. Troy Brown Jr. plays hard. And I don't know how long it's going to take for, I don't know if there's enough talent there. I know the guys play hard. But at the same time, you're going to need to have guys obviously contribute. It can't just be 3 guys contribute. It can't just be LeBron, Anthony Davis, and one other guy that contribute on a night-in, night-out basis. Laker fans, go see other box scores at the end of games. And I know it's different for me because I'm actually doing the post-game show, so I'm seeing the box score. They got 5, 6 guys in double figures. The Lakers rarely have that. They had 5 guys in double figures tonight. Lonnie's fearless. He is. You're right about that. He is. Okay, a couple more here, Laker fans. There's a lot going on here. A lot of comments here. People are already trading everybody. Are we celebrating with a little bourbon tonight, Alan? David, I'm not. I'll tell you why. Newport Beach, thank you for tuning in. It's because tomorrow morning, I got to come back to the radio station and get on starting at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow night, I got another show because I'll do Lakers talk from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So just a reminder, I'll be doing that show. I'll take that show. I'm going to start doing it now. Just take the show and put it all on YouTube. So just a heads up, I will do that. Okay, let's see if we got any more here. Fist pumps and roll call, Alan. Let's do it. Intel Wild, thank you for joining the show. I did my fist bumps earlier, and I already did roll call, Intel Wild. My apologies that I did not. Oniket, I'm late. Start over. Unbelievable, these guys. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Little Italy, California. Little Italy, LA. All right, let me read a couple more comments here, and then we're going to call it a night. If you got some questions about the game. Star of the night other than the stars. I got to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you guys this, and I really do mean it. I don't view Russ as a star anymore. I don't view him as a superstar anymore. Russ was the star of tonight. You know, LeBron and Anthony Davis every single night are being talked about. And by the way, the AD back thing, this guy is scaring me, and I'm sure he's scaring everybody and every Laker fan. He wants to be out there. Listen, it's not a lack of effort, Laker fans. It really isn't. The team is trying to do as best as they can. He's trying to do the best he can with that lower back injury, but he's obviously got to figure this all out. And I wouldn't be surprised if he misses a game here and there as the season just progresses. So we'll see what happens there. But I don't personally view Russ as a star anymore in the league. So at this stage of his career, if he could come off the bench and have these types of contributions, that is so big. And it's not even just the contributions. He looks like he has a role. It looks like he has a specific role for the Lakers that he's comfortable with. It looks like he's got a role that the Lakers need him to play. So it's literally, when I say this, it's not just about, hey, what does your stat line look like? You want him to take shots that make sense. You want him to have a low amount of turnovers. But ultimately, at the end of the day, is he playing a role that you feel like the Lakers need and can use? Russ did that tonight. So to answer your question, who you thought was the star of the night, I would say Russ for me. LeBron and AD do what they do, and Russ needed what he had tonight. Let's see what we got here. How do you like the Lakers not jacking up so many threes? I'm telling you, that's all I'm asking for. If the shot's not falling, you don't have to shoot threes. There's not Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, and Steph Curry on the team. So it's not like you have to take all these threes. You most definitely just take the right shots, and if the shot's not falling, take a couple dribbles in. Okay, Laker fans, thank you for being a part of the show. I appreciate it. Part of me, I was so close to 400. I'm like, let me get to 400. Got to 402. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Back on tomorrow. I'm going to do the show with Travis Rogers from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll talk Lakers. We'll talk Rams getting demolished by the 49ers for the 48th game in a row. And then tomorrow night, I'll do Lakers talk from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So thank you for being a part of the show. I appreciate you guys joining into the post-game show, after the post-game show. Can you guys do me a favor? Subscribe to the channel. We're over 20,000 subscribers. Now I'm looking to try to get to 25,000. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. I would appreciate it very much. Thank you and have a good night, Laker fans. Appreciate it. First W, Laker fans. First win of the season.